Hey, finishing up another ride on the stationary bike in the garage gym here, and it was a good session. Actually, the fastest average time I've ridden for almost the last year. So it was a little over 14 miles an hour, which is not the fastest clip, but considering I can't feel my legs, and that's a lot faster than I did last month and the month before, it feels good. Biking's been something of a constant for me ever since I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Prior to diagnosis, I was an aggressive mountain biker. You see me here in the parking lot at Sally, North Carolina, one of the best mountain biking spots on the East Coast. And so I really loved it, but it also was one of the first things to go when the MS diagnosis hit. I started crashing and unplanned bike dismounts, as I like to call them. But at some point I realized I was going to hit a tree and break my neck, and there are worse things to have than MS. So I decided riding was not going to be for me for a while. I first lost my ability to ride my regular mountain bike. I spent 3 years on a stationary trainer in the gym, or in my basement rather, just to keep my legs strong, just so that when I did find something, I could continue to ride. And eventually I found a recumbent bike that I could ride on the road, and I've put in a boatload of miles on that. So little efforts like that, kind of planning for the future and just making sure I use what I got, have, I think, been a big part of my strategy and hopefully lead to some long-term success. Crazy thing about riding a bike for me is, due to the MS issues that I've gotten with my legs, a marching motion, like marching band is totally impossible, at least with my right leg. Currently lifting it in that kind of a way doesn't work. Yet somehow I can pedal. Pushing the pedal works. So I find that strengthens my legs over time and gives me some additional tone to help me when I do walk and try and make use of mobility that I've got. Riding this exercise bike requires a lot of adaptations and accommodations. Once upon a time I could ride a bike without any support at all in mountain biking and all kinds of fun things, but eventually over time MS started to erode that. And now riding this bike, I can't even keep my feet in the pedals. It just, because of the numbness, they would just fall off, and for a while it looked like that might stop me from riding for a while. But what I found here is these set of pedals. There's Velcro. It straps on here, and it straps on here, so I'm locked in, almost like a ski boot, and I can't fall out. And there's a little, lift my leg out, you can see there's a heel catch on the bottom there, and so that is my secret for being able to ride. If you listened after I let my leg go there, you heard it thud on the floor, which is a reflection of me being among the gravity challenged people in this world. So I don't have a lot of motion and muscle to lift the leg the way that I want to, and I'm kind of a marching band sort of a motion, yet somehow I can still pedal. And so pushing on the pedals for the bike, strapped in as they may need to be, works. And I really can get some good speed up. I've got some strength there, which then I hope to translate into better walking ability and such in the future. One of the fun things about riding on a bicycle with multiple sclerosis is what's called nerve fatigue. After you've used your nerves so much, they can no longer carry the signals. So after I've been riding for a while, I have to wait usually a few minutes, sometimes more, for my leg to start calming down. The funny thing is as soon as I start pedaling, the leg will come right back down again. It's just, when it doesn't have anything to do. Idle hands are the devil's business, all that good stuff. I guess idle legs, kind of the same thing. It's one of the ironies of multiple sclerosis. Sometimes when you want to move, you can't, and when you don't want to move, you are, which is one of these. But it's been my experience, the best thing to do is just plow through it. Like I said, as long as I put my weight into the leg and give it something to do, it tends to calm down. So that is, for right now, that is my plan. Don't give it time to freak out. And I think one of the important things about doing this is if you don't move, things start to fall apart, pain comes. A lot of the pain I deal with now, and there's a fair bit, is the result of accommodations, limping, using canes, crutches, things like that, that that threw my body out of sync. I've come to understand over time that the body has to move, in perfect harmony, the way it was designed, legs and arms moving as they were intended to do. And the further I get away from that, the more problems I have. So it's always an effort to get back on track. Sometimes getting back on track means pushing through some more pain to do it, but it's worth it because I find the short-term pain is rewarded with less pain over the long haul. Looking back, I can see that I've gone faster and further every month for the last 8 months, which is a good feeling. One of the challenging things with MS is it's kind of a constant up and down. I build up to a certain level, I'm able to do certain things, and then there's a setback of some kind. There's either I have a medical issue, or it could just be a transient issue, or just the nature of MS. Sometimes it just gets worse. And then all of a sudden you're kind of back to square one, which sucks. And certainly it's the frustrating things, like, why am I doing this? I know it's just kind of, go back downhill again, but it beats the alternative. And it feels good to make that progress and not give up. It's that old 90s song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. Won't subject you to any more vocals, but that is kind of a fun theme song for me that can go through mind as I'm dealing with some of these challenges, is getting knocked down and getting back up again and again. But for me, that's been a big part of how I've been able to deal with MS and a lot of other challenges that have come my way. So one of the reasons that I do all this exercise is because I realize at some point they're going to have a cure for MS. They're going to have some magic pill that can restore my abilities and things like that. What I don't want to do is get to the point and they go, oh man, you're such a piece of shit. Your legs are no good anymore. I wish we got this pill to you 10 or 20 years ago. I want to be ready for that. So while I don't have an immediate answer, I just keep going at it. Anyway, that is just a quick check-in here on the bike on a cool evening in February. So have a good evening. I will talk to you soon. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I hope to see you back here soon for the next episode of Get Healthy or Die Trying. Thank you.